Thank you so much for dropping by. What a beautiful day to begin with. Today I'm going to review one of the most underrated, but yet it is a very vast topic that the movie is all about. Authentic acting, perfect plot, and especially the good subject that they made a story upon, and especially none other than Nawaz Uddin Siddiqui is in this. The movie is I think should be very famous, but it was underrated because I think the topic that they have chosen was internationally very famous or maybe notorious to talk about. The story is all about migrant workers, especially when they are working from one city to another or one country to another, and you have read most about their work conditions. No? The Liar's Dead Dice is a story about a woman with a daughter, especially it is like somewhere in Sikkim or in their village. Her husband goes to the city, Delhi, to work, but unfortunately for 5 or 6 months they were unable to hear from him. So they talked to their elders in their community that how my husband Kamala is talking. She got many awards, and she was also seen in sacred games. And she talks to the elders that why my husband is not here, and I am unable to hear from him. I have a daughter also, and then they said that he is in Delhi. Sometimes they are blah blah blah. So they are making up stories. So she thinks that there is something that I need to figure it out where my husband is. So she gets a baby got, and then her daughter, and she tries to go by herself to find her husband in Delhi. And the first thing that she tries to do is find the recruiter who recruited her husband. So being a woman, it was very hard for her to find out. So there she met Nawazuddin. Nawazuddin is playing the border patrol police or something like that. And he said that if you wanted, I could help you, but you have to pay for my ticket and you have to give this amount to me, and then I will help you. So he took her to that recruiter house. There the lady said that my husband is not here and he might be somewhere in the city, but so Kamala was unable to be satisfied by her answer, and she just goes out and give a little money to Nawazuddin, and Nawazuddin slap her and say that you promised me to give me this amount of money. She said, okay, take your money, and she was upset because she didn't get the good answer from the recruiter's wife. And then she said, how can I go to Delhi to find out? I have a daughter and God. And again at the railway station, Nawazuddin Siddiqui was there. So Nawazuddin Siddiqui trying to console her. He had feelings for her, but she was on her guard. She wanted to find out where her husband is. He said, I could take it, but this time I will charge less amount of money, but you have to pay for the ticket and all this, and you have to stay in the hotel because Delhi is a big city. So he took her to the Delhi and get the hotel room. She wanted a 2-room, but the manager said that what he doubts that what is the relationship between Nawazuddin and this woman and daughter, because both are different. And they said, okay, for one day I could give you this room. And he said, okay. And Nawazuddin sleeps downstairs, and he goes to find out about her husband. Unfortunately, he was late, and the owner said that, Kamala, you have to collateral your God in order to pay the money for the hotel room. So he comes late, Nawazuddin. Kamala is out of the hotel now, and he fights with the hotel manager that why you just let that poor woman and her daughter to run away from they have no one here. Shows some sympathy, and later finds them, and then he said that for one day I have to go again to find out your husband. and he leaves intentionally his bag there. And she was upset that how could she find her husband there in this big city. She tries to call her husband phone, and this time the phone rings. The phone was in Nawaz Uddin Siddiqui's bag. She opens the bag and finds out there was a wallet of her husband and there was a phone of her husband. She finds out that her husband died at the work, and the company and the recruiter, they were covering up for months. In the end, we see at the same construction site, Nawazuddin Siddiqui was working as the laborer. So here a very big topic was touched, and showing how these companies and how this cycle of forced labor or migrant workers work. I hope you will like this movie. Less a famous, underrated, but a very broad chapter to watch. Thank you so much for being with me. I hope you will suggest in the comment box which movie you like, and especially the acting is superb. Nawazuddin Siddiqui as it is his best. So thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye.